It's Wednesday, November 1st, 2023. Peace is a part of the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. On the news this morning, FCT Minister Nyesom Wike breaks silence on political crisis in Rivers State. Governor Fubara attends PDP governors meeting in Abuja. Police arrest scores of youth demanding eviction of Rivers State Speaker. Rivers State government reacts to trending rumors of sacked aides, suspension of Chief Judge, Port Harcourt Ring Road project. Organized labor's meeting with federal government postponed. On the foreign scene, Israel names soldiers killed in ongoing war in Gaza. I am Ifechukwu Moyeli with the news. The Minister of Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike, has finally spoken on the ongoing political crisis in Rivers State. Receiving South-South leaders at his office on Tuesday, the Minister, a former Rivers State governor, said the crisis in Rivers State is a party affair and not an ethnic affair.
That's why we should ask questions. What happened that we got to this point? Then you can be in a position to now know the simple truth. Our party is looking into it. That's what I will say. But let us not be saying that this and that. Oh, every politician has his own interest. Every politician. So that's where I will stop. I don't want to go into details, but let us know that all of us are one.
As you may know, the current political crisis in Rivers State is believed to have stemmed from a battle of political supremacy between the FCT minister and the Rivers State governor, Siminalayi Fubara. The FCT minister was instrumental in Fubara's emergence as governor, but they are believed to have fallen out over undisclosed reasons. Some have accused the FCT minister of being the brain behind the impeachment proceedings against Governor Fubara at the Rivers State House of Assembly. Nyesom Wike also clarified that it is not against the Ijos.
We were right. When it does not favor us, we are in politics. There are a lot of internal wranglings. That does not mean that in that internal wranglings, they will not settle within their family. But to come out to say, oh, they want to do this against Ijos, that's very wrong. I was instrument. I had every power then to say where this thing is going to. So when things are wrong, you ask questions.
The FCT minister also reacted to the trending speculations about the true reason behind the political crisis in the state.
I know in politics, they should bring in 20 billion every month because somebody don't give you 20 billion. Oh, they say you want to award the whole country by yourself. That's politics. But nobody said this when I was fighting. Nobody said. So, if you like, accuse me from here to... I won't even have a sleepless night because, as far as I'm concerned, the right thing must be done.
He also emphasized the importance of holding his base to maintain his political relevance.
Political structure. Before he left this country, he had the political structure. Would you allow anybody to just cut you out immediately? Everybody has a base, it's not true. Yes. If you take my base, I'm not politically irrelevant. You can turn it to economic anything you want to say. It's your business. At the appropriate time, we know who's right and we know who's wrong.
Earlier at the Solidarity visit, the former Presidential Amnesty Program coordinator, Kingsley Kuku, read the speech on behalf of the South-South leaders.
As an injury to one is an injury to all, we feel justified to condemn the macabre dance playing out in your state, in your home state, the state you have built. We join PANDEF, INC, IYC, MUSEN, MOSOB, Obaka Equere, and all other responsible bodies in the Niger Delta in condemning the attempts at impeaching the governor by the House of Assembly. It is quite unacceptable to us and to the entire Niger Delta. Any person, authority, or group of persons involved in stoking this fire is strongly advised to desist from it and allow peace to reign.
He asked the FCT minister to wade into the political crisis in Rivers State.
So you are the political leader of Rivers State. Both the executive and legislators are your political protege. This is your political family, sir. They will listen to you. That is why we are calling on you to talk to them. All eyes are on you, sir. Be the peacemaker that you are, and do all you can to timely quench this fire before it becomes devastating. The consequences will do no one any good. It will not also speak well of us as Rivers people, in particular, Niger Deltans in general. You can never be silenced, sir, because it will not be golden.
Yesterday, the Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed told State House correspondent that President Bola Tinubu has intervened in the ongoing political conflict in Rivers State. He said the president met with Governor Fubara and his predecessor, the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, in a closed session during the meeting of the Nigeria Police Council at the Presidential Villa, Abuja.
The president, in his usual leadership position, intervened, and then it would appear there will be peace. He has shown that he is a president for everybody, a president for PDP, a president for APC. By intervening today and bringing succor and solace to the people of Rivers and Nigeria, and making sure he did not use his big hammer and biro to extricate us, to emasculate us as opposition. We found this to be very good, and going forward, that we pledge that we are going to work with him to bring good governance to the people of Nigeria.
Earlier, Governor Fubara was seen shaking hands with the FCT minister as they both attended the meeting of the Nigeria Police Council, the body that oversees the organization and administration of the Nigeria Police Force. Meanwhile, PDP governors gathered in Abuja for an emergency meeting yesterday. It was gathered that the meeting was convened over the current crisis in Rivers State, where some members of the State House of Assembly have initiated moves to impeach Governor Fubara. In Rivers State, police arrested about 120 youth in Port Harcourt for attempting to invade the official residence of the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Martin Amehule, in Port Harcourt. The chairman of the Rivers State National Youth Council of Nigeria, NYCN, Chijioke Ihunwo, is among those arrested. Videos online show them sitting on the ground at the state CID premises. Another video showed the moment the youth were trying to bring down the gate of the speaker's home, but were repelled by the police, who dispersed them with gunshot. The youth were demanding the speaker's eviction, claiming that he's no longer the House Speaker. The member representing Ikwere constituency in the Rivers State House of Assembly, Prince Lemchi Nyeche, told correspondent Emekotoka that the hoodlums led by the state chairman of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Chijioke Ihunwo, stormed the residence and attempted to attack some members of the House who were present with the speaker.
Some of us just paid normal visit to speaker. All of a sudden, we saw a group of youths led by Chijioke Ihunwo from nowhere, trying to invade speaker's residence. They were pushing the gate. Even when they saw speaker's security, to undermine the security, they were forcing themselves into speaker's place to lynch us. It was a terrible situation. Very, very terrible. Police now enforced and then caught all of them. I am telling you, as I talk to you, they are in police custody. They are about 100 and something and above that have been arrested now. They came to kill the House members that came to see their speaker this morning.
He also called for a thorough investigation and prosecution to ensure justice on the matter.
The law should take its course. The perpetrators should be prosecuted for the mere fact that they came to invade Speaker's house to lynch those of us who came to visit Speaker this morning. They still remain the Speaker of Rivers House of Assembly. Since they have been arrested, they should also be prosecuted. Possibly let them tell us their sponsors. Chijioke Ihunwo is among them that have been arrested, as many others. So let them just go and then tell the police their intentions while they were trying to invade Speaker's residence.
It was gathered that a stray bullet hit one of the youth, who was rushed to the hospital. Reacting to this, spokesman for the Ijaw Youth Council Worldwide, Bedford Benjamin, says the youth had no intention of attacking the speaker's residence. He said the aggrieved youth only went there on a peaceful protest and condemned the decision of security agents to fire at them. Earlier, scores of people occupied the entrance of the government house along Azikiwe Road, Port Harcourt, as they continued their Monday protest against the planned impeachment of Governor Fubara by some lawmakers. The protesters vowed to resist any attempt to remove Governor Fubara from office through the back door. The protesters came with music bands, dancing and singing in solidarity in support of the governor. Canopies were mounted and outdoor cooking was done for the protesters. Two of the suspended members of the State House of Assembly, Victor Okojumbo, who represents Boni, and the member representing Ahoda West, Sukari Goodboy, led the protest. Mr. Okojumbo addressed the crowd.
If you look to my right, you will see the mats and the forms that we use in sleeping here today. If you look to my left, you will see that they are preparing a show for everybody. What transpired in Rivers State yesterday was a demonstration of our resolve for Rivers people, for the love that we have for our governor. We will not leave here until 2027. Morning to night, week to week, month to month, we will defend democracy. We will uphold it, and we will be the custodian of democracy in Rivers State.
Mr. Goodboy also spoke during the protest.
If you ask me to come and sign any document, where should I take my people? But I said the document don't know when it comes. And I leave that to them to ask. And I tell you, sir, we are on the phone. Let's create an answer. What is Fubaras saying? If they answer us, we leave them alone.
Still to come, organized labor's meeting with federal government postponed. Stay with us.
My Niger Delta people, hope don't come o. Hope will be holistic opportunity.
The House of Assembly has insisted that Martin Amehule remains its authentic Speaker of the House. Deputy Speaker of the House, Dumle Mao, at the media conference in Port Harcourt, asked the public to disregard reports that Edison Ehe has emerged as the new Speaker of the House. He emphasized that Martin Amehule, as Speaker of the House, enjoys the support of more than two-thirds of members of the Assembly.
As you are already aware, the fully constituted House conducted legislative business under the able leadership of Right Honorable Martin Chike Amehule Monday, 30th day of October 2023, as he remains the Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly. The office of the Speaker is clearly provided in Section 92 of our ground norm, the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as altered, as he remains and only the reference point of the Rivers State House of Assembly as the Speaker. We therefore advise all those concocting unwarranted stories to be mindful of the consequences.
Mr. Mao said anyone parading himself as a Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly is an imposter.
Our attention has been drawn to some media reports alleging a change in the leadership of the Rivers State House of Assembly. Ordinarily, we would have ignored this report in order not to dignify an impostor, but would go ahead to properly inform the general public. Several persons are using that opportunity to want to cause unwarranted crisis in the state and in the Rivers State House of Assembly. We are calling on all security agencies to take note of all persons or groups that have been employed to misinform the public, as these actions are capable of eroding the peace and tranquility in our dear state.
Our correspondent reports that about 20 members of the House attended the briefing. Meanwhile, there was still increased security presence around the main entrance of the River State Government House as at yesterday. Our correspondent observed the presence of 3 additional security vehicles, with police stopping vehicles from entering the Government House. Human and vehicular movement were allowed yesterday at the Moscow Road access of Port Harcourt, where the River State House of Assembly is located. Correspondent Suyobi Oruwara reports that 2 security patrol vehicles were stationed in front of the Assembly as against Monday's 17 patrol vehicles, though the entrance of the Central Bank Road leading to the State Secretariat complex at the Moscow Road is still blocked, with security personnel workers were allowed to access their offices in the area. River State Commissioner for Information and Communications Joe Johnson says it is not true that Governor Fubara sacked some of his aides and local government chairmen. In a statement, the commissioner said the public will be properly informed of who may have been removed by the governor at the appropriate time. It followed speculations that the chief of staff has been sacked and the state chief judge, Justice Simeon Chibozo Amadi, suspended. But our correspondent reports that normal activities were ongoing at the River State Judiciary Complex yesterday. Sources within the River State Judiciary have refuted claims of the Chief Judge's removal. Also, the River State Commissioner for Works, Alabo George Kelly, has dismissed speculations that the Port Harcourt Ring Road project has been suspended. Dr. George Kelly tells correspondent Martha Okere Nkem that the project is ongoing as planned. He said compensation has been paid to owners of all the buildings marked for demolition.
There's no such news. The project is going on and progressing very well. It has started from segment 7. Segment 1 will commence anytime soon. And as you know, there are a lot of buildings on the right of way which ought to go down, over 7,000 buildings. Compensation has been paid for all those buildings that have to go down, and the project has commenced and progressing according to plan.
Moving on, the scheduled meeting between the organized labor and federal government today over the 30-day ultimatum to meet the demands of the former as contained in a signed memorandum of understanding has been postponed. For details of this, catch the business news at 7.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
The Israeli military has updated its list of soldiers who were killed in the ongoing war with Hamas. That death toll now stands at 326, including 11 soldiers who died in Gaza on Tuesday. Those soldiers were all aged between 19 and 20 years old.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
That's a wrap on the news this morning. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. The FCT Minister Nyesom Wike has broken his silence on the political crisis in River State. And on the foreign scene, Israel has named soldiers killed in ongoing war in Gaza. The news was edited by Chioma Ezenwafo. You can see pictures and watch videos of news stories when you like us on Facebook and follow us on X at Nigeria Info PH. On Instagram, it's at NigeriaInfoFM_PH. For any eyewitness report and breaking news, text and send your WhatsApp pictures and videos to our news desk line on 0808-721-7215. Peace is a path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. I am Ifechukwu Moyali. Many thanks for listening.